Coach Nick Nurse joined Zach Lowe on yesterday's Lowe Post podcast and was asked about Kawhi's upcoming free agency. Here's what the Raptors head coach had to say.
Do you have any feel for what he's going to do, or do you just throw your hands up and say, I'll find out when everybody else does?
Yeah, I have no idea and haven't even talked to him about it. I'm going to see him, I believe, tomorrow morning. I think he's leaving tomorrow afternoon or night, going somewhere, and I'm going to see him tomorrow, so I'll ask him.
So, Ramona, is this the right approach by Nick Nurse?
Yeah, I mean, they've done the right approach the entire year. They have let Kawhi handle things on his terms. They have not put pressure on him. They've given him total autonomy. He has all the information he needs to know about what the Toronto Raptors are and the kind of organization they are for him and how successful he can be there.
Yeah.
There's really nothing they can say. And if anything, I think pitching him and putting pressure on him now would be the wrong move.
Yeah, I don't think Nick, like you said, he's going to see him tomorrow. When you win a championship, you let the guys enjoy it.
Yeah.
You don't start calling them and seeing what they're going to do in the next year or so. You really just let them have fun right now. Even tomorrow when he sees them, I guarantee he's not going to bring up anything about free agency or, so Kawhi, what are you thinking? He's not going to ever bring that up. I mean, like you said, he's got enough information. Kawhi, I'm sure right now has an idea of what he wants to do. I don't think it's set in stone. But right now, the biggest thing he wants to do is just enjoy this NBA championship that he just won.
It's funny you said that because I think there was a quote recently where Kawhi's like, I just want to hang out, have a few drinks, and eat a lot of dessert right now.
So I just want alcohol and desserts.
Yeah. Byron, when you were coaching, did you ever recruit a player who was one of your players as far as their free agency or impending free agency?
Never.
Yeah.
Never. Like you said, I would talk to him, but I never talked to him about the situation. I never talked to him about coming back or what he's thinking or anything like that. I just wanted him to know that he was still welcome, that we love him, that we want him here, but never trying to put any undue pressure on him to make a decision. And I think that's what Nick is doing right now, which is the perfect way to do it, especially, I think, with what Kawhi has been through.
I feel like Nick, I mean, the times I've been around him, I did a number of Raptors games this year where he just comes across as a very regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, where he's not going to impose on Kawhi. And he gave Kawhi a lot of freedom. The whole team gave him a lot of freedom. He missed 22 games, right? They wanted to make sure his body was right. All the sports science stuff. I had a conversation with Kevin Arnovitz on my radio show about this, that was one of the things that really got to Kawhi, like in a good way, where it's like the way they handled him left a real impression.
Well, it's how the organization is set up altogether. They're not owned by a family ownership group. They're owned by corporations. And they operate like a corporation. So Masai Ujiri has complete autonomy over what he does. Nick Nurse has autonomy over what he does. And Alex McKechnie, who is the director of sports science, has autonomy over what he does. So Masai is not saying to Alex McKechnie, hey, when is Kawhi coming back? We need him to play in this game or that game. Alex tells him when Kawhi can play, right? And you know what that does is it sends the message to every single person on your team that we respect you enough to do your job the way that you should do it. And if you're not doing it, then you can be held accountable. If it doesn't work out, then you're accountable for that. But we give you space. I mean, as a coach, can you ask for anything more?
Nothing more than that. Allow you to do, and it's the same, it goes all the way down the line. As a coach, you allow your assistants to do their job. So the way this organization is run, like you said, it is like a corporation. And I think that's the best thing. And with Kawhi, as we know, and you probably know him a lot better than I do, he seems to have a lot of loyalty in him as a person. If he sees that from an organization, I think he wants to give that back. But again, we don't know what he's going to do at this particular time, but they did everything this year perfectly.
Yeah, they couldn't have handled it any better, that's for sure.